take a look at the speed. That looks pretty good for a 2S pack. I bet some of you guys saw this one coming a mile away. Traxxas has added another body style to the TRX-4m High Trail Edition lineup. We've got the Ford Ranger XLT. Let's crack open the box. Here's a breakdown of everything you get inside the box. Of course, you get the assembled truck, you get a TQ radio system, an instruction manual, and actually a poster as well. You get the drop-down trailer hitch in case you get their optional trailer for it, some basic tools and shock preload clips, your battery pack, which is a 750 milliamp 2-cell LiPo, and a USB charger. The only thing you're gonna need to get this thing going is 4 AA batteries. Here's the F150 out of the box. It looks very cool, but after going over it, it is much like the Cheyenne that we reviewed a little while back, just a different body and different wheels on there. And I'm gonna go over the truck for those of you that haven't seen the TRX-4m before, but to give you a little bit of extra value in this video, I'm gonna show you some of the option parts that Traxxas has available that will go on here. So when you're ready to go and modify this, make it your own, you know what's available to you. Let's get into the truck itself. The High Trail F150 looks pretty sweet, and it's available in 3 different colors. They've got blue, brown, and this black. It's a hard body plastic, just like the Chevy was, and it looks really good next to my 10 scale version truck. Shows you the size difference between the two. Now there's lots of chrome on this. The roll bar, mirrors, wiper blades, the trim on the side is even molded chrome plastic, door handles, front grille, bumper. They've got clear lenses for the headlights, amber lenses for the turn signals, and then out back, red lenses for the tail lights. More chrome trim, chrome rear bumper, and then the differential covers are matching chrome as well. The other big change, as I mentioned earlier, is they now have the mag wheels on this one, and they're wrapped in the Baja Pro tires. These aren't glued from the factory, so you'll be able to pull these off if you want to go put a different wheel on there. I'm going to show you some options in a little bit, but a nice soft tall tire, so this gives the truck a little bit more ground clearance with the tire and a bit more ground clearance with the way the suspension is set up. Easy to get the body on and off. There's just tabs underneath the front and rear. You pop those and you could pull the body set off. You can see it comes with LED lights in the headlights from the factory. Everything is nicely wired. Oh, and clear windows, by the way. And here's the TRX-4m chassis that I've showed you guys before. I'll have a link to the Chevy video that we did a little while back up at the top corner there. Longer steel frame rails on this, shorter shock perches, and that is what gives this truck its lift. Same style oil-filled GTS shocks, 4-link suspension front and rear. The rear links are longer, and that means it's got a longer center rear drive shaft. They are telescoping drive shafts. And the transmission, nice simple setup. They've got bushings on the inside of everything. Straight axles front and rear. There's CV joints at the steering knuckles. But let's finish off with the electronics. It has a waterproof servo with a metal output gear on it, the Titan 180/87 turn motor, long can, so it's got lots of torque, and then the Traxxas 2-in-1 ECM 2.5, which is your speed controller receiver combo, and it's got extra ports in here so you could go and add LED lights. The battery plugs directly into this port over here, making it your on and off switch, and the battery gets stuffed into this little case right here underneath this rubber battery strap. Now that you have the basics of the TRX-4m itself, let me show you the option parts that Traxxas has available for it in case you want to go and modify it. Here's a bunch of the option parts that are available for the TRX-4m that I've been collecting for a different project, but this is going to show you what's available for this truck as well. We're going to start over here with one of their latest releases. This is actually a full stainless steel hardware kit, so if you plan on going in water a lot and you don't want to have rusty screws, this might be a great option for you to pick up at some point. Then next to it here is an aluminum servo mount. They actually offer some of these aluminum parts in different colors. And then this is an aluminum steering link set that actually comes with a metal servo horn. That's a nice upgrade. And they even have a servo upgrade as well. So this has metal gears on the inside. It's waterproof. They've got different GTS shocks available. What's nice about the optional shocks is they have an aluminum body to it and it comes with oil. You just need to swap over your spring. Then in case you really get into the performance side of things, they have gear sets with different ratios, center aluminum universal replacements. Here is a heat sink for the factory motor. Then to add a little style, they have different axle covers, gray, black, chrome, red. They even have brass axle covers as well. Speaking of brass, here are some wheel weights. These will go inside their aftermarket wheels, which I have a couple sets to show you. These are the Method B-Lock wheels, available in a few different colors, and with the ring and the wheels, you go add some weight to your rig, keep the weight down low, and with the High Trail Edition, you might want to go and do that at some point if you're rolling it over too much. Along with the brass stuff, they also have steering knuckles, lower shock perches, the caster blocks. So all that weight will help settle this truck in, make it handle a bit better. And then finally, they have a ball bearing set because it's got an oilite bushing set in there. And if you want to go ball bearings, they've got a full set so you could swap it out. I'll have links for a bunch of that stuff in the video description below, or you can visit your local hobby shop to find it, and the TRX-4Ms as well. And this video is really about the F-150, so let's head outside now and drive it. There it is, guys. That's my view for today. It's gonna be a good day driving the 4M. Got to get started over here in this rough rocky section. Just kind of take it nice and slow. Enjoy the suspension going up and down. Truck looks good. Now for a challenge up this gap here, we got loose rock, loose dirt. I'm just gonna take it nice and slow. And it might slip here. Gotta add a little more throttle, there we go. No problem. Now let's see how it does through these jagged rocks here. This might catch the chassis. No, got enough ground clearance. Go up this incline here. Oh, I've got a tire up in the air waving high. Just give it a little throttle. Oh, nailed it, nice. Throttle's hanging up just a little bit. Got to give it a little more to clear. There we go. Truck looks good. It's working good. It's got to be fun for some small scale adventures. So I think the Ford fans out there will finally be happy that there is an F-150 hard body for the small scale TRX-4M chassis. Really cool looking truck. It was a lot of fun out there on the trail through the loose dirt and loose gravel, just kind of watching the dust spill off the side of these gnarly tires. And it's a pretty capable truck with its higher ground clearance. It went over some pretty rough terrain. It's when you really start to challenge this thing, like on a side hill or on the really steep climbs, where the higher CG obviously wants to roll the rig over. And that's where those option parts that I showed you earlier come into play. If you're really going to push the truck while you're driving it, you're probably going to want to go and get some of the brass stuff to start with. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pull some of these parts away from the other project I was collecting them for and get them set up on this truck. So I'm going to go with the brass rings and the optional black Method wheels. I think that will look pretty cool on it. I also have these caster blocks that are brass that'll go on, and just for fun, I really like these black chrome diff covers. So I'm gonna customize it, make it my own, and that's what this hobby is all about. Just having fun, driving RC, working on your stuff, improving it, just endless potential. And since we're going into the colder months, this is just gonna be so much fun driving around indoors.